Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Turn Right Machine Works. My name is Keith, and we're in here at the Rutland, and this is Steam Wagon Hoe, Part 9. Alright, now, in Part 8, we went ahead and did the quick slit, solder, got it in here, faced it, turned it to diameter. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to pop out our insert here, and we're going to go ahead and throw in our boring insert. Alright, give ourselves a pump on the before we move our ways. Alright, and here we go. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to bore the inside down to the fit we want on this diameter here. We're going to measure both of them real closely. I believe there's about maybe half a thousandths difference in here. And after we have that bored to size, then we're going to go ahead and take our parting tool and we're going to part that off. And then we'll go into the Bridgeport with the index head and we'll put in the hole pattern for the guide of the drill. Alright, let me bring you in close and we'll get moving on the project here. Okay, right at the mouth of the bore here, there's some solder where it was setting down against the fire brick there, and it kind of just pooled up on the inside here. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to by hand, we're just going to clear most of that out of there so we can get out to the diameter we need to start cutting, and then we'll go ahead and we'll make a cut that will go through the bar or the part all the way. Okay, we're just about there. Okay, we're going to add just a little bit to that one, and we're going to let that one roll all the way through. We're about 703, and we need to get to about 866. All right. Okay, our second cut out here, and we're about 746, 745, and you can you can see right at the beginning you still see a cut solder right there, but down in here's the split line running here. We're pretty equal there and on that side there as well for how much material is left in there. It's about a 1/4 inch little width of non-touching yet. All right, so we have about 100 thousandths to come out of here still. All right. Okay, we just measure and we just have a couple thousandths to come out of here. Here we go. Okay, I like that. I'm right on the low side between the two of them there. I'm confident I'm going to have a really nice fit on that part. All right, let's go ahead and pull off our insert here. And before we part this off, I want to break this edge and break this edge here, and I'm just going to do that by turning my insert like so. And then come in here. about a 1/16 of an inch. I raised this up slightly above center so that I got clearance to be able to come in and do this before it rubs on the backside here. There we go. Alright, now we want to part it off. So we're going to set this square, and we're going to use this surface right here just to go ahead and set our tool bit here square. There we go. Alright, and I think we just want to go ahead and give ourselves about an inch or so here. More than enough to guide the drill straight. We're not going to heat treat or harden this like a drill bushing is usually for a lot of operations. This is going to be just a couple operations for this one tool here. Alright, I think we'll go ahead and we'll slow it down a little bit. Alright, and she's wanting to sing a little bit. And we'll go ahead and we'll bring her down to about 300 RPM. Still the same thing. Alright, we found a happy spot here. We thought. We just get in past that spot there. More so the handle vibrating on the foreign tool holder I have here. Not tool holder, tool block. This is a DeLorean. I moved the other wrench because I just didn't want it in my way of my hand. Okay, we're getting down there close. There we go. Alright, we're going to go ahead and remove this, wipe off the oil and stuff, and put this in. We're going to chamfer both sides to match this side here. We'll have a pretty uniform part. That's not a bad parting finish there for coal roll. Okay, let's see where the split line is. We'll put it right there. I just need to catch a couple of these highs on a couple of these lands here on the jaws here, and let a certain amount stick out here so that I can put my dial indicator on it. Alright, let's swing down our indicator here and All right, let's go ahead and spin her up. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring her up to there and there. And there we go. All right. We'll go ahead and we'll slightly probably just a little tiny bit of run out in the part on the face there. I can see it skipping. That's about 2 thousandths there. All right, she's pretty clean and decent. All right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put a punch mark up at the top there because we just want to reference. We're actually going to put 2 dots on each side of this split line here because we're going to eventually be splitting that. But I want to know that that outside surface on this side is true with the bore and here 100%. This here we know that was skipping a couple thousandths, but it was still not 100% parallel with the rest of our part. It doesn't have any varying because we're not going to use it as a location part. We just want to know what is and what isn't. Okay, I'm just going to come in on each side up here. This is our solder line right there. Looks pretty good, huh? All right. Just going to put 1 punch there and 1 punch there. All right. That marks the good side or the good end. And it also match marks our 2 pieces to each other. Awesome. Okay, let's go on in to the Bridgeport and put in our hole pattern here now. All right, here we go. We got the Bridgeport set up with the dividing head, and I've already put the masking plate in the back with 12 index points so we can get the 12 holes that are going to be into the shaft in this flange. Now, let's look at the original drawing in the other room, which is a slice away right here. All right, this is a copy of the original drawing. This is 1/4 scale. We're actually working 1/8 scale, making this part. This is a cutaway of the flange diameter on that shaft, the end view, and the hole pattern going around the 12 holes. The drawing says 6 millimeter for the hole size. We're actually going 3 millimeter, which would be 1/18 on the hole size, and the whole circle is 70 millimeter on the drawing here. So we're doing 35, which is 1 inch 378 is what we're going to be shooting for. So we're going to center up on our part, and we're going to come out 688 thousandths to get our center line on our holes. Okay, so you got an idea of why we're making the jig. Now, through the last couple parts in this series there's been some comments in, and I welcome comments on other ways to do things, because I'm not stating that this is the only way, I'm not stating that it's the best way, and I'm not stating that it's the cheapest way. I've been in this for 42 years, and sometimes I change it because I want to change up the process, all right? I don't change my practice, but the procedure may change time to time. One of the comments there was taking 2 flat bars, creating 2 flat or clamping holes, drill a hole through the center, create your pattern on there. Boom. The idea of soldering the part together is just to expand horizons on another job. You might actually have a job where you got 2 or more. In the yards, we used to do 4-strap blower seals. 4 segments, a Lambert type of seal, milled out on the outside so that they would go in and lock in, and they'd anti-rotate. A lot of different aspects to that seal, but it had to be soldered together. So it was just expanding on the process, and that's what my videos are all about. I do welcome comments and other ways to do it. Keep them coming. Keep them clean. All right? Because, you know, there is no showboating on my channel. All right, let's get this set up now. Okay, let's go ahead. We're a little bit off here, so let's go ahead and undo our brakes so we can move all this stuff around here. All right, we're just going to bring our chuck down into the bore here. Let's bring it up a little bit. This is a visual eyeball, just the outer circumference of the chuck. All right, now we'll bring this up, put our couple parallels in here. Now we might be turning this side to side here to get our split line in relationship to the direction we travel off for our hole. But for right now, we're just going to put this in here because we're just working the round location, quill to index head. Okay, I'm going to grab an indicator. Okay, I went over to the lathe and I picked this indicator off of my mag base there. This is an Intrepid, and I have a mag base and it has a weak nut there on this end. It holds this end of the indicator, but you can move that like that, which is very convenient. You can also, the probe or the pointer of the indicator, you can swivel that wherever you want, and it works in both directions. Had dovetail top and bottom. Real nice test indicator. All right, and what I like about it is with this spindle here, or the mount, you can put it in the drill chuck, get your 0, and you're able to sweep this around. Okay, now we can work this backside of the bore, or we could sweep over and we can indicate off of that side there as well. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the front side here, and I'm going to load it a little bit and bring it up. So it's loaded about 3/4 or 7/8 of the travel there. All right, let's just make sure that we don't run out of travel going all the way around. Okay, it's free moving all the way. All right, and we'll go ahead and let's bring it over here, and let's set 0 at the front, and we're about 20 off there, and side to side we're almost a full dial around. Okay, we'll just move it back here a little bit. Zero to side. We're about each one of those lines is 1/2 a thousandth. All right, and we're off about a thousandths front and back. All right, let's tighten up our machine. This is really loose on the ways, and a lot of play in there. Okay, we just jumped. We're almost 4 thousandths here now, and we're minus 2.5 there. Let's go ahead and set 0. We're gonna create everything to 0 here. Let me look real quick so I'm in line. Okay, there's the 0. We got almost 5 there, and we're about 5 here. That was 5 plus, so we're taking it away. All right, there's about 2.5, and same thing here. We're going to want to take it away. There's 2.5. Just under 2. Let's 0 it out again. 0. That's a 1/2 plus. About 1/4 plus. And there's a 1/2 minus. A 1/2 plus. There's 0. About 1/4 off. Same thing, 1/4 off. All right, we're within a quarter thousandths right now. All right, we're going to set it at 0. All right, now let's go ahead and get our bit in here. All right, we did a quick order on McMaster-Carr, and Chicago Lastrobe is the brand name, but these are short drill bits, 1/8, high speed, polished flutes, and that's really what I was looking for to do this. This is going to be the same drill as we're going to use to actually drill the holes in that flange, but I'm going to go ahead and use it because it is nice and stout and short, and it will go through this all the way. I might go down, depending when I drill my first one, if it's going down in there, it's too hard to clear out the chips or whatever, I'll put in one of my longer 1/8" drill bits to finish the hole, but I think I can pretty well finish that all with this bit right here. All right, now we're center. We want to come over half of our bolt circle or hole circle, which is 0.688. So we're going to do that, and we're going to come over here, 0.688. All right, there we go. Now, that's pretty close to being on that split line. I didn't put this in real tight, so I wanted to be able to rotate this around. Okay, I'm bringing this down here, and we're just going to stay just a little bit off of there. And then we got to rotate our split line right here in accordance. We'll hold it right there. Eyeball that line around there. That looks pretty darn good. All right. Right there. Awesome. There's our first hole. All right, we're going to go around. We're just going to spot these and make sure that we can center point them, everything, eyeballs to the scale, everything looks good before we drill them straight on through. And we'll also be moving our parallels too. I'm going to tighten this down now. I'm comfortable with that. All right. I like to use my T-handle in here to move this around to the next point so I'm not grabbing this and slamming it in. I want to do it with a little finesse. So that's what I'm gonna do. All right, let's pick a speed here. We don't like that. All right, we like that. Okay, I'm just gonna spot these. See, it doesn't jerk that into play at all. All right, there's our 12 locations. I'm going to give it a visual through my sample part here. All right, laying that other part on here and scoping it out. Looks like we're good to go. Okay, let's get on with the drilling here. And I'm going to pull my parallels out just so that I don't go down into them. All right, I like that. Let's go to the next. All right, we're going to work our way all the way around on this. drilling really nice without any oil, so we'll just see if it keeps it up. Alright, we'll bring you in when we're all the way around. Last hole. There we go. Okay, let's chamfer the top and bottom of these holes right now. Okay, in the background you can hear my chickens laying eggs off and on during my videos, but Rhodey's out there now. She sounds like a Gatling gun. Brown Leghorn. Okay, so anyway, I put the countersink in here, or the chamfer tool, and we're gonna just break this loose, and we're just going to put this in low here. We're going to wipe that off a little bit so we can rest the back of my hand against it. And we're just going around and just quickly, just holding it up against that chamfer tool, breaking each one of those little burrs off the back side. We don't have to spend the time of indexing it, because all we're doing is we're just breaking that little line off of there. There's one that didn't quite clean up a little bit, and that one right there, they were just a little bit harder. Alright, we hit this side here on the front. Cool. Okay, let me get the chips off of here. All right, let's set that down there. Let's take Nathan's parts that he made with his hole pattern, and I'm going to take 4 of my drill bits. I didn't want to put them all in here, but let's go ahead and we can just go 4 straight across from each other, and then that would prove our hole pattern. All right. Excellent. Awesome. Pretty cool. All right, we're ready to split this so we have 2 halves, and we've been gathering some of the supplies that it takes to go ahead and make our flexible drill. So we're going to head into the other room and break this apart and start making our flexible drill bit. All right.